HipHopGems TV, man. Today's episode 5. We got my boy Spoda here today. Long Island Zone that we here to talk about his latest project, True Self, and along with many other things he got dropping in the near future. You know that boy stay working. HipHopGems TV, episode 5, same intro, different artists. You already know what we do over here. We fuck with the truest, the purest, fuck with artistic level shit. Y'all be tuned in, man. Check it out.
Spoda.
Yo,
What's
good?
What's good, nigga? I appreciate you being here.
You already?
How you?
Right. I'm cooling, man. Working. Out the way, just working.
Nice, man.
Staying focused.
That's what's up, brother, man. So we gonna get right into this shit. We gonna jump right into it, y'all. First though, let me say Spoda, definitely one of the most consistent doing this shit, project after project. So we gonna get into this interview right here, man. First off, man, tell us about yourself, where you from, all that good shit, brother.
Spoda. I'm from Long Island, Bayshore. I'm saying, Suffolk County. My mom side of the family all Jamaican. My pops all African American. They all from out here, actually, Farragut Projects. You know what I'm saying? My mom, grandma, they from Jamaica. My mom came out here young and then was raised in Suffolk County, Long Island. I'm the oldest of 4, you know what I'm saying? So that right there sums it up with me as far as my siblings. Like, I was the guinea pig before, you know what I'm saying? I experienced going through shit with my mom, shelter shit, before my siblings was even born. So I went through a lot. I'm 4 years older than my younger siblings, you know what I'm saying? My younger siblings, and we have a younger brother that's 19, you know what I'm saying? My fraternal twin brother and sister, they 32. Okay. So when they wasn't even born, I was 4. So I had 4 years of already going through shit before they knew, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Long Island, born and raised, graduated high school, all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna sit here in front like, yo, I was outside doing trapping. I was outside, you know what I'm saying? But my niggas was doing what they was doing, but I was always outside, always around what was going on, you know what I'm saying? I dipped and dabbed, did my little shit, but I went to school, you know, like graduated, went to summer college, you know what I'm saying? I actually was going to St. Francis College out here.
Oh shit.
Or off a track scholarship, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't really last for long, like a year and a half, because that shit was mad bread, you know what I'm saying? I had scholarship money, Pell Grant loans, but I was living in Long Island, that shit is out here. Expensive. They didn't have no on campus, but one of my aunts, she lived in Kingsborough houses, you know what I'm saying? So I was staying out there for the year and a half instead of commuting back and forth. I was already out there, I was taking the A train going right there, boom. So it was just ill to experience the college life, and then being out in the city with it is ill, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Long Island, but I've been in the city, but it's different type of lifestyle. So it's like going to school, being out there all day, being in the fashion, music, and just going to college out there, like going outside of high school, outside of where I'm used to being. Shit was an ill experience for what it was, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, oldest of 4, started rapping since probably like 13, 14. Recorded my first verse in the studio at 16, you know what I'm saying? So, or put out my first project in 2008, going into 2009. Technically 2009 if you want to be technical online on that PIF, The Arrival. So yeah, I've been doing this shit for a minute, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit for a minute, a long time.
Yo, Spoda, I want to thank you for sharing all of that. One thing I want to backtrack on was what you said about dibbling and dabbling and certain shit. And it just seemed like in our community, like that's like, if you're not dibbling and dabbling in certain shit, or if you're not in the street, that shit is like you a sucker nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I never like, I'm one to tell you too, man, like I ain't even me.
Right.
Like I know, I mean, I like to put it like me personally, like I'm one of them sidewalk niggas. I seen shit, but I knew what was for me and what was not for me. Man.
Right.
So I appreciate you even like saying that and even like letting that shit be known.
No, that's a fact.
You know, because I feel like in times in our community, that shit is like, when you do this rap shit or whatever it is you do, like motherfuckers always swear you gotta be
right.
gangster,
that's
you know
that
what I mean?
image, that music image, you know what I'm saying, for the average minority nigga who do it. But and then on top of that, my mom's Jamaican, so my upbringing was very, very strict. So I would be outside, but like you said, I knew what to do and what not to do when I was outside. If I did something, nigga, you better make sure that shit don't get back to your mom. You know what I'm saying? Right. But everybody knew Spoda, so it's like, you do, nigga, if you want to get caught up, then do some dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? But I already knew in my head, just from being my upbringing, like, she was very strict. It wasn't none of that shit. I was always coming less than a C, I'm punished. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Caribbean island people, they very strict on academics, so that right there can apply to the streets, because it's like, you could get lost in the shit, or you could already know how to move from just being, my mom being strict on me with grades and schooling, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just know how to use street smarts with academics, and you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
vice versa.
Absolutely. But when I know you said you were the oldest of 4, did you ever feel like you had like this weight of like huge responsibility?
Hell yeah, cause even now, still to this day, my 2 brothers and my sister, they look like they look at me as like the prime example. Like big bro did, like they praise me so much. It's like I can't let them down. You know what I'm saying? If I let them down, I'm letting myself down. You know what I'm saying? I could be going through shit, but I can't let them see me sweat. Cause I'm the oldest, so you know what I'm saying? It's like certain points in time they might see me sweat and I holler at them because that's my siblings. But me being the oldest, I gotta know how to move and how to handle shit, you know what I'm saying? And be strong at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might break down and be weak at certain situations, but for the most part I try to stay strong. So they could be like, nah, my big brother's strong. Like even if he going through shit, they can take it in and use it, you know what I'm saying? Like even if I'm going through shit, I could still make it seem like I'm not. Pretty much like I try to stay strong, but I get that from my mom. Like that's that Caribbean stand strong. Like we gonna thug it out regardless of anything. Like for us to reach out to somebody, like we really, really in dying need. Cause I done see my mom go without, like me being younger, like before my siblings and as they younger, but I'm still young. Like I done seen her. I'm not asking nobody for nothing. Like she could be in a bind and she just gonna figure it out. Like, but for her to reach out, like anybody who knows her would know, like, nah, if she reaching out, then, cause she don't do that. And that's where I got that from. Like, I just be trying to stand firm. I get that from my mom. I get it from my pops too, but I get that more or less from my mom because I grew up around my mom all the time. You know what I'm saying? I would be with my pops, you know, regular shit on the weekends, whatever. Like, it was still copacetic with them, but when I was around her, it was just different because everything was more strict and more ground rules. And I was around my pops, I was able to shake and move around, you know what I'm saying? Like
they were 2-parent household or a single parent household?
Single parent. Like as far as I can remember from when I was born, they had probably just split up when I was born. Like not right when I was born, probably like 1 going into 2. Like I was young still young. Like I didn't really remember a lot, but I remembered enough to know like, but he was still come around, you know what I'm saying? My stepfather was there. My stepfather stepped up, you know what I'm saying? He played a big part, like a huge part, you know what I'm saying? That him and my pops was cool. It was never no issue because my pops respected how my step-pops stepped up. And my step-pops respected my pops was still being around even though him and my mom wasn't together. Like him and my mom didn't really speak unless they needed to about me, but my step-pops and my pops would speak and bust it up and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like real grown men and shit. So that also made me look at it like that's ill, you know what I'm saying? Because in a lot of scenarios you don't see that. You see them niggas beefing with each other.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like
a toxic household.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And toxic household can create a toxic man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then so forth and so forth.
Fact.
You know what I mean? So the fact that you was able to recognize that early,
right,
and not want to apply none of that speaks volumes about your character, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
But go ahead, man. I don't want to get stop you. I know you was going on.
Yeah, but it all ties back into the pressure. Like I graduated 2003. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I graduated, I was looking into colleges, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy that I went to St. Francis because that's D1 and it's private school. I was actually being scouted by a D3 school out there by me, Farmingdale College, which is D3, but they compete on a D1 level in certain sports. So, you know what I'm saying? I went down there. My senior year, Long Island Challenge, I won a 2-mile, which because I was a distance runner. I ain't gonna front. I was one of the, you don't see too many black distance runners, but I was like one of the, that's why I stood out so much on Long Island. On top of me being one of the only black distance runners, I was good, you know what I'm saying? I was nice. Mm-hmm. My fastest mile was 4:19. You know what I'm saying? My fastest 2-mile was 9:58. You know what I'm saying? Which outdoor, that's 16 laps, indoor, that's 8 laps. But it's a lot of running, you feel what I'm saying? But I say that to say I didn't start until my 11th grade year, which is why my track coach always was mad at me because he's like, Spoda, where the fuck you been? If you would have started in middle school, you would have been somewhere in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people can't even break 6 minutes, let alone 5 minutes in a mile. So, like, that brought another chapter into my life because I had, like, a coach who really gave a fuck about me. He seen, like, all right, he be outside. He don't be outside like that on some negative shit, but he be outside around people who. So he took me in like, yo, what the fuck you doing? I always was a distance runner, like the mile running school and all that. I was always coming first. It's a little 6-7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it was always in me not knowing. I just like to run, and then that shit took a toll on my life. I went to college to the next level. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really think I was gonna go because when I graduated, I had got a job and I got the offer from St. Francis. So me being young and not knowing, I'm like, oh, D1, fuck that. I'm gonna go to St. Francis. Fuck Farmingdale. Not knowing Farmingdale was about to give me a free ride, man. They was gonna give me a free ride. My scholarship money was gonna give me a free ride. You know what I'm saying? But me being young, I'm thinking sports. I'm thinking D1, she might go around be on TV. I'm thinking how would I be seeing from the college perspective before I got to college. So I'm like, nah, I'm going to D1. Me not knowing anything about private school and it being more money, I'm like, nah, I'm going there. I go there, a year go by, a year and a half. I still got to come out of pocket. Like, even with the Pell and Grant loans, I'm like, this is wicked. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm thinking myself, but that was a lesson for me. That was like one of my biggest trial and errors in life outside of music. Like, damn, if I would have went to the D3 school, I would have still probably been running against St. Francis, me not knowing, because they compete with D1 schools. But I'm looking at like D3, that's small schools. I'm trying to go on a bigger level, even though it wasn't just about the sports. Me not thinking it's about academics and shit too. Like, all of that took a big play. And I still be regretting that shit to this day. I went for information technology. So I started dealing with computers and shit. That's why I was mad. Like, I still be like, damn, you know, I could always go back, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta make sure I'm right in life and everything is situated before I go back. But I definitely went to extra schooling and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Beautiful, man. That's a beautiful story, man.
Well,
Y'all bring it sound like, I mean, definitely not the most from like what you hear from the rap shit.
But I was still rapping in the process of that, you know what I'm saying? Me being out there in Brooklyn, they already could look at me and tell I'm not from out there. Like, we don't dress like y'all, but we dress like up to the... But he's like, you know, New York City niggas got a dip. So he looking like, oh, you from Long Island? Everybody started fucking with me. Then, you know, you come close with a few niggas and then you start chopping it up. I told niggas I rap. You know, the average nigga, I'm like, he rap. All right, yeah, whatever. All right, you rap just like son just told me a couple days ago type shit. Started spitting for niggas in there, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because there was a kid from out in Amityville out there by me named Jason Frazier. He was like a high school sensation out there. He wound up getting transferred there, and we wound up bumping into each other and shit. Like, we didn't know each other, but once we started busting it up, we knew he's like from the same town, not the same area out there and shit. But I was rapping. I was always rapping whatever I was doing, you know what I'm saying? But when I was young, I can't even really say my mom supported me because she was so strict. I kind of was like shook to tell her I rap because, you know, outside of them being academically on it, if I would have told her, I'd be like, damn, I told my mom I rap. She even looking at me like, the fuck you mean you rap? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you mean you rap or you trying to rap? Like, that's what you trying to do. So I already knew how she moved just from, like I said, my upbringing and her being so stern. I'm like, nah. But I would always do it in my spare time. And that amount of time I was building my buzz, she didn't know when I was outside, that's what I was doing, battling niggas, worked at the local barbershop. That's how I got the name Spoda. You Spoda do what you supposed. You never doing what you supposed to do. You supposed to do this. You know you supposed to go to, like, I was the errand boy sweeper, but that's the barbershop in the hood. Once the niggas in the barbershop knew I could rap, they was, oh, my little nigga sweeper, he rap. They had me rapping against any older niggas my age. It's not like now it was younger niggas, but it was always niggas. I was battling niggas, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's how I got the name Spoda. I got that name in 6th grade. That shit stuck with me all my life till now. To the point where niggas I went to school with, like, well, shit, your name is Ronald. Like, they forgot my government. They know me as Spoda, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how long I had it. Well, even my mom started embracing it after, like, after she seen, like, I graduated, she kind of leaned up on me, like, he do rap. Because I guess she just wanted me to do what I had to do as a kid for school, and then type, like, you do what you want to do after that type shit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, she always was proud of me just for the fact I was the first one in my immediate family that went to school, to college. So that was kind of like a big thing in my family, too, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or
on the music shit, man, like, who was some of your early influences? First off, I mean, not even to cut you off, bro, like, Long Island, Rakim.
And I'm glad you started saying that because we the 6th borough. You know, anybody who know, we the 6th borough. A lot of legends, icons, EPMD. When I spat for a cypher at a different online radio station back in like 2015, I didn't even know he was there watching me. Like, he not watching me, but he was there.
Both of them or
Paris was there.
Okay.
And I didn't know that. Like, it was Nassau and Suffolk in there. Long Island, it was like a Best of Long Island cypher. I went like towards the end. I went there with one of my right-hand mans at the time, X. And Paris came to me after that. Like, he tapped me on the show. You know, I'm talking, busting up with niggas after, niggas giving niggas they props, and then somebody tapped me. I look, I'm did a double take, like, oh shit, like, this is Paris, like, EPMD. And he was like, yo, you know, I know you probably know who I am. Like, yeah, you a legend, He's like, yo, I give you props. He was like, yo, I was sitting here watching the cypher, but you stood out. Like, not only you got bars, but your energy that you bring, like, your energy is different. And, like, that shit had me fucked up for a minute. I'm like, just half of EPMD. Like,
That's
nigga, like, what
royalty.
anybody know who know, like, you know what I'm saying? I got a picture with him. I post it every now and again for Throwback Thursday, but, like, I don't really be into that posting pictures with celebrities shit. Like, I might do it just to show niggas, like, don't think just because I be doing what I do, like I don't bump in it, or niggas don't be in venues where they recognize me and they give me my props and shit. And these is people who I look up to. So it's like, you know, even with Fame, he started fucking me the last couple months through Aunt Mace when him and Ren was doing a little online radio shit every Thursday night. He was playing my shit. Ren was telling me like, yo, that nigga Fame, like he
Fame
fuck with you, cause he's like, yo, he said you remind him of them, like with that energy, that aggressiveness. You feel what I'm saying? And you got the bars. So when we did the fucking 38 Special show last year, and Kano was on there, they brought me through for Dreams of Darkness again. We done, everybody outside in the back smoking. Nigga, Fame come up to me again. Fame come up to me, he tapped me, he like, yo, good shit. Yo, my nigga, I was stuck, like, I'm looking at this nigga in his face like, like this was one of the groups I was raised on. OGC Helter Skelter, like, cause I got a lot of Brooklyn family, so my cousins would come out there for the weekends. They got OGC Helter Skelter on cassette tapes, Nas, Illmatic, like all of that shit. Whole reason, Volume 1, whole like Young Hope. I was raised on a lot of NYC hip hop because my cousins would come out there and constantly be out there. That's all they would play. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like I said, being from out here, we kind of get overlooked. Like anybody who know, be like, yeah, they got icons and shit out there. Like the local scene, like niggas, my brat, like younger, they overlook us. Or even when it was niggas out there, it's like they never really looked at us as being strong. They would just be like, yeah, they had a few niggas who came out of there. It's not like NYC. You got a lot more strength in numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out there, you got 2 counties, Nassau, Suffolk, one little island. Out here, you got 5 different boroughs that make up NYC. So, you know what I'm saying, it's different, but that's also what motivates me more, because it's like, alright, we had niggas from here, you know what I'm saying, a lot of niggas' favorite rappers. LL was born in Bayshore, where I'm from. He was born in Bayshore, in Southside Hospital. You feel what I'm saying? But he moved, he used to live with his grandma, but he moved to Queens when he was still basically a baby, so that's why the Queens shit, which is only right, but he was from there. EPMD, Busta Rhymes and Mobb Deep used to be out there in Nassau, you feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of Biz Markie,
leaders of the new,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like we got a lot of
right. K Solo,
right?
Fucking Def Squad.
Keep word. He right there in
Murray.
CI. I'm from Bayshore, but I stay in CI now, and he's from that same town. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of niggas. So I just feel like there's mad talent out there. Shout out to the whole Long Island. There's niggas who could get busy, but just like anywhere else, I just feel like with Long Island, though, niggas just be more because it's so smaller than NYC. Like niggas be crabs in the barrel out here, but it's still so much more people where that could kind of override it. Out there, when it's crabs in the barrel, it's crabs in the barrel. And that's, these niggas out here look at us like, this is why we don't fuck with these niggas. Like, not knowing that we nice, but it's just they don't see no type of unity. Like, niggas could be nice, but if you don't see no unity, you're gonna look at that as a whole like, man, them niggas ain't on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a few niggas who get busy, but them niggas can't conglomerate with each other. Not saying you gotta be buddy, but how NYC move, how the West move, how down south, we gotta move too, because we still part of New York. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you, so you being from out there and coming out here back and forth, did you ever feel like, yo, that shit was like a chip on your shoulder? Like, yo, I gotta spit just as hard to let these niggas know, like, yo, 1, where I'm from, and 2, I gotta make a stand. Did you ever feel like that?
And that's why I did it at the 38 Special shit, but it was more enhanced at the NIM shit. You know what I'm saying? Because not saying both of them was a good look, but like just me personally, like the 38 Special shit, it was different for me because it's like, I performed already in the city a few times, but it's like when you got certain niggas who's on a bill, you gotta, like me and Kano had a conversation about that before. He's like, certain shows you could just be, and then with certain shows where you gotta be, like you gotta be what you gotta be on for the night. So I felt like that at the NIM show. Anytime I come out here, it's me. I don't bring an entourage of Long Island niggas. I come out here by myself. You feel what I'm saying? So I just, especially that, and I was in the moment, like watching them niggas perform. It just give me an adrenaline rush because not only is it the bros, it's like them niggas mesh so well together. It's like, damn, these is my niggas. Like, this is a good look for them. And for them to hit me to, even though it's a verse, just to be on the set, It's good look. That's why all of the Walkers is deeper than music. Rim ain't had to do that. He hit me a month before like, yo, nigga, yo, I don't know what your work schedule look like, but if you got off on the 20th, take off. I looked at my work schedule. That's a Sunday. I don't work on Sundays. Sunday I'm off. That's like, nigga, that's even better. We want you to come through for the NIM shit. As soon as I read the text, I'm like, nigga, you don't got too many stand-up niggas who still throw niggas alleys and be genuine. You know what I'm saying? Rim got me my first paid feature in this underground. Like, just from, yo, this is my man. He's networking with the people he know. Like, yo, this is my man. Yo, and then he just, yo, I'm gonna lead you, and you do what you do after that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to Rim, bro.
Word.
Rim be showing mad love.
Facts.
Shout out to Rim. Shout out to Kane.
Facts. And shout out to my man Bug Rock, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met none of them. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but like,
I'm familiar.
Right, he's from out there too. He's from Nassau. Still on. I knew Bub since 09. You know what I'm saying? We was doing this on the Twitter before we had a Facebook. We was like, we know each other very well. We crossed paths at a lot of different shows before we met in the public. I mean, like in a physical. And then but I say that to say, like, I got locked up the end of 2016. Did a year out of state. I got locked up out of state.
Okay.
But I got extradited back to Long Island. I had to do 4 months, but my time was still running concurrent. Me and Bob didn't speak before that, probably like a couple months. I came home. He one of the first niggas who hit me. He like, yo, I know you just came home. I didn't even come right back out here because it was a mental thing for me. I'm like, before I got locked up, I was fucked up. Like, I was fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping in my way. I was working, but I was still fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I was still keeping my head above water because I had a job. But I was fucked up. Get locked up out of state with my cousin. I come home. I ain't really want to speak to too many niggas. So I was like, it's only a year. Like, a lot of niggas like, it's only a year, but nigga, that's jail, period. It don't matter if it's overnight. Like, nigga, jail is jail. Prison, whatever y'all want to call it. Being incarcerated is being incarcerated.
Goes back to what we said in the beginning.
You feel what I'm saying? So a year felt like I did 2 years because you don't got nothing but time on your hands. So I was writing, of course. I was writing like a madman, but we'll get to that. But I came home, Bub hit me. He like, yo, I don't know what you got going on with the music, but yo, I'm in this. At this time, he was in the underground shit for like 2 years at the time. And he like, yo, it's this whole little different whole realm of music that, nigga, I know you get busy. I told a few niggas about you already, like, nah, my man that's about to come on, Spoda, he get busy. Like, I know this nigga, like, I know him. He linked me with Wavy. I was still in VA. Wavy wasn't even living out here yet. Wavy was still in Florida, but he had just moved out here. Bub linked me like, yo, this is my man Wavy. And we basically recorded my first underground project, Full Court Press, through email. He was out here at the time. He had just moved out here like a week fresh out here. I'm in VA. We sending beats back and forth. I finally found a studio. I'm not from out there, so I'll go down there to get away from everything. Cause I'm looking at it like, I don't want to come straight home to where I left from. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to get a peace of mind and adapt back to what I missed. Cause in a year you can miss mad shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything updates so much every day you can miss. In a day you could miss what's going on yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So came home. I did a Lucy with Wavy. I forget the name because we did so much shit. We did a Lucy, and in the midst of that, when I came home, I was doing a lot of industry freestyles. Like, I don't know if you've seen the Lucy Smokes. A lot of those was from rhymes I wrote when I was locked up. Okay. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was locked up in Vermont. You know, that's predominantly you get no wins out there. But not to say it's a good thing, but out there they jail system different. You was able to order tablets. You feel what I'm saying? So I ordered a tablet, able to download instrumentals, industry instrumentals. I was downloading regular music, catching up on the shit but I was like, oh, I could download instrumentals? Oh, you could have something like, you know, that's not regular, like, so I'm like, oh shit. Start writing a lot of them freestyles and shits that I wrote. But even before I had the tablet, it's like regular Jay-Z and Nas beats that I know in my head that I could loop. I was just writing to them shit. I would write freestyles to those. Ice Cream freestyle, like majority of those, out of 3 of those projects, I got 10 freestyles on each. That's 30 industry beat freestyles. And that's not even, I still got shit that from when I was locked up, I ain't even touch it. I might not even touch, but it was just to catch wreck, to keep my pen and let niggas know, like, when I come home, for those of y'all who remember me, some of y'all might have forgot. So I came out the gate, once he threw me in that room, and I seen like, yo, this nigga's in here who's dead nice. Not saying with my local niggas, shout out to all my local Long Island, but it's like, these niggas is like outside of what I'm used to hearing in my region. I'm like, oh nah, niggas really get busy too. It's like, I get busy too, but I was like, oh, I see what I gotta do. This nigga done threw me an alley in this shit. This shit is like, it's survival of the fittest in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a little while for niggas to catch on, but I didn't stop. And that's what gave me my buzz. I was throwing out a freestyle every week. Then at one point, Bubba hit me like, yo, nigga, for like 2 weeks straight, I would throw out a freestyle every day, my nigga. I was throwing out a freestyle every day. That's what started attracting niggas to me, because they like, all right, son could spit, but like, when niggas see you could spit, they want to look for more right off the rip. Oh, no, he killed this Ice King freestyle. Oh, he killed this band from TV shit. He killed this Jigga shit. But what else he got? Do he got originals? Do he got other pieces? Niggas started putting in my name. I told niggas, that's why I always say it humbly, like, you could go to Google and type in Spoda, a.k.a. Mr. Dope Flow. It's going to take you right to Dat Pip, The Arrival, 2009. I started from there. That's my first project to the public that I put out there, like, fuck it, 19 joints. 19 tracks for my first joint. I'm like 19 years old, 20, 21 years old.
I picked that cover.
19, you could tell I had on a baggy ass Coogee. My nigga, like, it looked like the old school Jamaican ad, but you could tell like it was, you could tell the technology back then, you could tell somebody threw it together type shit. But that shit, you listen to that and still listen to me, like, you could still tell, like, you could tell I was nice then, but you could tell my progression and just in life. Like, I still get busy, but I talk about a lot of different shit, because back then I wasn't going through too much shit. I was young. I ain't have no bills, no care in the world, like no kids. I still don't have no, so it's like I didn't have nothing, so I was just writing, just rapping. Then I started getting older, going through shit, you know, following a lot of niggas who I looked up to and just watching documentaries and shit, and started seeing it's more than just rapping. Like, you gotta take some time, or a few times I had to take a step back. Like Kano always said, you gotta take a step back to live life. You just, like, I respect when niggas be like, yo, I write every day to get my pen. All right, cool. But you sitting in the comfort of your own home every day just writing. All right, you gonna have a lot of raps, but are you gonna progress and evolve as a lyricist? Because you gotta think about it. You're not going outside to go through nothing. You're just gonna start repetitively talking about the same shit after a while. You gotta go through shit, whether it's good or bad. You go to the city or whatever, go somewhere for a weekend or a month vacation, or just I just stop rap. Like, whenever I don't write, I don't not just work on music. I just don't write because it's like I feel like I'm busting my brain, or I'm already dealing with mad real life shit to it. It's like, sometimes it get me out of that slump, writing to get me out of the slump. Sometimes it be like I'll be thinking too hard because my mind's already racing about other real life shit I'm dealing with. I'll just be like, you know what? Let me just put that to the side and come back. And I had to do that like 2 different times. You know what I'm saying? To like recharge myself. Like, a couple times I had to go down south, check my mom's and them, just to get away for a week and couple days when it was her birthday and one of my people's birthday, just to get away and just get it.
Different feel.
Yeah, breath of fresh air.
Like a reset.
Right, right. It's
Which
always
is
good.
something I think many times that we don't hear that shit enough.
Right.
We don't hear about, I think people always get caught up in like the work.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't hear about like, yo, you gotta take a step back.
You
gotta
have
be able
to. You have to.
reset and kind of like reprogram.
Right.
You know what I mean? To get back out there.
Right.
Like a fucking, like a refresh start.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You fuck around and come back better than what you was already on. Not realizing it because you got more shit to talk about now. That's gonna expand your thoughts, your vocabulary, and then that shit will start making you talk about other shit. Like, it'll all coincide with each other. But you know, niggas just everybody wanna be that nigga and just show they nice and y'all write every day. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with writing every day, but when you not on this camera called social media, like, do you feel personally that you getting better? Like, if you recite your raps that you've been writing for the last however before you decided, if you decide to take a break, could you say you elevated from that first rap to your last rap in that couple weeks month span? You know what I'm saying? Or you might automatically be like, yeah, because you so confident, yeah, it's me, I'm nice. But then you put that shit out, you're going to have outside people who really, because you got people who really listen to you. That's what I started to learn too. Like, there's niggas who were like, niggas don't know Spoda from a can of paint, but they sit there and listen and follow me what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I try not to let niggas see me sweat, because I don't want to be that nigga like, this nigga's an emotional rapper. Like, not saying, but like, you know what I'm saying? In that sense, like, he always venting on here, like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, niggas be caught up in this rapper image. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'd never come and be like, yeah, I was running around getting all this bread, I was trapping. No, nigga, I did what I had to do when I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, like, I was a weed nigga. I was a weed man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even that, my mans was running around doing all this shit. I was with niggas running around, but I'm not going to act like that was my life. Like, I was outside doing all this, that, and the third, shooting my bank. No, nigga. But anybody who know me know, like, nah, Spoda was outside. Like, we don't see him getting the shit, and we don't see him be around shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas got to be they self. Niggas be uncomfortable being they self. That's why I get so much more respect, because I am who I am. I don't go around niggas and I come around trying to act tough and mean mug. What up, Spoda? It's peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. I get that side from my pops. Everybody say, you just like your pops. You the life of the party. You always in good spirits. I ain't even know from people telling me. They used to call him Lil Brooklyn. He used to be DJing and rapping. So me not knowing that, this music shit was, this rapping shit was in my blood. I didn't know it. Music was always in my blood because of my household. But, you know what I'm saying? I started hearing shit from my other family members as I got older, and I just started using that. Like, damn, now I see why I'm on the path I'm on with the music shit. Because my pops did this shit, like, honestly, like, on it.
Your journey, man, was one hell of a one, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I tip my hat to you because a lot of people look at that and they could be like, oh, man, this nigga ain't been through shit. Right. This nigga ain't did this, or this nigga ain't do that. And that's just not the common, not everybody follows that, you know what I'm saying?
Tell you, bro, it's different. Like, a lot of people have, they had two parents. I ain't have both parents. I had a parent and a half because my step pop, but it's like, I didn't have the ideal, we all grow up mother and father in the same house where everything is happy-go-lucky. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to go through shit, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I witnessed my mom and pop go through shit, and it kind of just made me stronger, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gave me more to talk about, it gives me more to talk about now. Back then, I couldn't really talk about it because I was still young. I didn't really know too much. It's from what I remembered or what people started telling me, but, like, now that I'm 37, now I could, and I done sponged all that shit in, I got so much more shit to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? So, well,
let's get into this True to Self Here project. I know you got more shit coming.
Right.
I know you had dropped twice this year.
Right.
And you got the project with Standout. Shout out
right.
Standouts.
Shout out to Standouts, Audio Trafficking Part 2. Shout out Damn Dave. He's overseas somewhere. I get so mixed up with them because they be from all over the place, but he's from overseas. I worked with him before prior. I did a joint with him on a project I got out called State of Emergency. I put out in 2020, but that's not on platforms. That's only on my Bandcamp. Okay. But I'm about to. Only reason why I didn't put on platforms yet because Rim had threw it in my ear back then. Like that's my first collective project. That has all different producers, a few different ones. But he was like, "Yo, this shit is too fire." At that time, I didn't have a home set up. I was bouncing around the studio, so you could hear the different quality. You know, every engineer work different, so you could hear the different quality in the song. So as a whole, it didn't all sound cohesive. So Rem was like, nah, you could leave that shit up here because shit is fire. He's like, yo, bro, before you throw that shit on Platties, re-record that shit. He's like, nigga, because that was my first collect. Like I did Wavy, I did Audio Trafficking Part 1 with the stand-up. So it was just one producer shit. He like, nah, this shit is different. I had Ghost Dave on there, Damn Dave. I had Wavy, of course, on there twice. Had the Standouts. I had Halal Seeds. I had P.A. Dre Beats, who's RJ Payne, in-house engineer. You know what I'm saying? And that project is fire. But Ren was like, if you want to put it out on Platties, just re-record everything. He's like, just re-record it. Don't rewrite nothing. He's like, this shit is fire. He's like, I'm telling you that because this shit is fire. And even if you re-record it and put it out whenever you do it, that shit might boost your shit, even though it's old, because a lot of them niggas might not tap in on the Bandcamp. Right. But you know, once it come out on the Platties, it's different. Niggas is looking for it. So, but yeah, Damn Dave was on that. We cooked this up in the midst of me cooking up mad shit, bro. Like that's one thing about me. Like I work for real. Like
the catalog is crazy, bro. Sorry to cut you.
And that's just
but like it's just like a flood of just a sea of music by you, my nigga. Just from like project after project after project after project. Right. So I salute you for that shit. Man.
Good looking, bro. And I always seem like I'm way confident in my shit. Like I know I'm nice, but it's like me getting older, maturing, and seeing this shit is not all about you just being nice. Is how long, longevity, consistency. You know what I'm saying? That all ties in. Like you could be nice as fuck. I know niggas from LA who's nice. Niggas is nice. But you type their name in, if you can, nothing's gonna come up. Or you might see like 3 or 4 singles, 5 singles. They've been rapping for 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying that to ever down anybody. I say that to say like the same way niggas be like, yo, Spoda, you work, or some of these niggas who don't work like that tell me that it's like, boy, you could do the same shit. It's nothing. You just gotta make time for this shit. You have to make time. I work a regular 9 to 5. I got a regular life. You know what I'm saying? I don't have kids, so that subtracts a lot of time. But I still got regular shit I go through. I don't rap every day because I'm a rapper. Niggas think, no. I have my dry spells where I won't write for 2, 3, 4 days. I'll be listening to beats, brainstorming. Then I have a flood where I go for a week, 2 weeks straight writing every day, and then I won't write for another week. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always staying busy promoing. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, me and Damn Dave cooked this up in the midst of me, I ain't gonna lie, like right now, no cap, I'm probably working on like 8-9 projects at like not
right now, currently.
Now, bro, like not even with none of this shit that's out. This is after this, like what's about to come out next is so food for thought, Freeman. Everything after that, but this is all shit I had written last year. That's how far ahead I was, but it took me up until like 3 years ago to realize, like, cause I used to always be a local nigga. I go to the studio, record it, put it out, record it, put it out. You could never be like, yo, what you got in the stats? I could never show you nothing years back. I don't have nothing now. You know what I'm saying? I got mad shit. Even though I just went through some shit on fucking April Fools, and it wasn't no joke.
Seen that shit,
my nigga,
bro.
I lost all my music, bro.
Shit.
I lost all everything I worked on. You, right. Everything I worked on, I lost.
How the fuck did that happen?
Bro, my dumb ass. First of all, I didn't have no I had a flash drive, but I got like show music and all that shit on there, so I disregarded that. I didn't have an extra external hard drive. I went to go into my MacBook one night. Everything was working. I was about to record a verse, and the audio went out through the main speakers. But I know how to fix it. I go into the studio one, internally fix it. I go in there, the volume still wasn't working. So I'm like, what the fuck? It's not like this shit to happen. Now I start getting a little tight. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, fuck it. I cut the shit off, cut it on mad times, log out, log back on, it don't work. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me update my shit. Because I ain't update my shit if I don't really be with the updates, because even with the laptops or the phones, I done had experience or know people where it fuck their phone up more. Like, because you know, it's always glitches and shit. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me update it, see if the volume work after that. My nigga, I updated. When it goes back to the main screen to boot up with the Apple shit, it starts loading. It only load like 3/4 and the shit stop. So I'm looking at this shit. You know, sometimes it take a little and then it goes again. Shit didn't go. So I'm looking at the screen like, what the fuck? So I cut it off, cut it on. Did this shit like 3 times. I'm like, nah. There's no way this shit happening right now. This is the day before April Fools. So I'm like,
this shit was like a sick ass joke.
My nigga, and it's so crazy because niggas really thought it was a joke.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
Sick ass joke.
So I'm like, fuck. So I call Apple. I'm talking to somebody. They tell me, basically, I told them what happened. I explained to them. I uninstalled my Mac OS software 3 times. Uninstalled it, installed it back. Shit still was doing the same shit. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just go to sleep, because now I'm ready to snap this laptop in half. I'm so frustrated. I go to sleep, wake up. I'm still trying to see if it's going to load. I go to sleep at 12 midnight. I wake up 7:30 in the morning, get ready for work. The shit still didn't move. So now I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm like, usually when it update overnight and when I wake up, it might be full. My nigga, that shit was still 3/4. I call Apple. Long story short, I had to drop it off to them niggas. But in my head, I'm like, all right, Spoda. You know they gonna have to master delete it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm good. Because I ain't really have nothing but shit that I saved, like all my stems and shit. So in my head, I'm like, fuck it. Once I sign back into my Studio One, everything I record as far as the songs will be there. So I'm good. Because, you know, I'm thinking regular login, if I can log back in, I'll have what I have. Everything just be right out the computer. Nigga, I go back in there, bro. I go into the Studio One. I go into current songs. That shit is blank. It even wiped everything out my recording program.
Damn.
I'm not even gonna hold you, my nigga. I broke down. I started crying. I'm like, yo, why would this shit? Cause like anybody who know, like, and I didn't even expect to even feel like that, but that shit just hit me. Cause it's like everything just went so fast in my head from the day I started when my man's done my first round till that moment of everything I accomplished, all my setbacks to get back, all my staying down to come up. I'm like, and just like that. And for me being lazy on some nigga shit, I should have been backed everything up. I should have been. Niggas was telling me that even before months ago when I first got my setup, because I had it for like 2.5 years now. Niggas telling me, yo, make sure you get, you know what I'm saying, make sure you get a couple flash drives, even if it's 4 or 5 back, all them shits up. I was, that shit broke me. I ain't gonna front. That day, April Fools, I was like, I'm good on this shit. Like, I said, I'm gonna put out my next project, and I'm good. And it wasn't even like me. I'm going on my Facebook, I'm putting certain posts like niggas could tell something was on me. They like, this nigga like, I'm like, yo, I can't believe I just broke down. Like, I just lost all my music. And I put like I looked like I was sad. I put the emoji. Niggas like, a few people came in like, come on, man, we know it's April Fools, my nigga. Like, cut that shit. Yeah. I told niggas in the post like, this is no April Fools bullshit. But I guess me putting that, niggas thought that I was pushing the narrative of it being fake because I threw that in there. But I'm like, I want y'all to know, like, nah, this shit ain't fake. Like, I really lost all my shit. Nigga, we talking about almost damn near 100 songs. But these is all like projects and a few loose, but projects that I've been working on. But like I said, I had a lot of genuine people like, nigga, you're fucking bugging. Like, one of my mans like, nigga, the game needs you. Whether you on signed or not, nigga, the game needs you. Nigga, what you bring, your energy, your consistency, the game needs you. Like, it's crazy because a lot of niggas hit me and be like, yo, you motivate me. Like, every time I drop, they be like, this nigga dropping, this nigga just dropped. Like, he about to drop again. And that's what make niggas be like, nah, like, I gotta get on my shit. Or I'll be on my shit because of you, Spoke. Like, and that shit keep me going. So that's when I was like, you know what? My man Todd Farris, another one of the walks from out in Detroit, he like, nigga, as long as you got all your music in your phone and you got the beats in your email or even that, he's like, it's nothing for you to reach back out to the producers. They know they beats. If they on their shit, they know they beats. He was like, nigga, just re-record it. He's like, you already a step ahead by having your music. So it's not like you lost all your notes and you just don't have no raps and no beats and you got to start over. He's like, you still got your shit, you know what I'm saying? He's like, and think about it, you might, to get back, your shits might sound even better recorded this time because you already laid them down, but now you know them to where you might even got to use your phone. You could be in the pocket and be maneuvering without, niggas could tell, like, you could tell on his phone. Because you could tell when a nigga's on his phone sometimes and when he not, you know what I'm saying? You could just tell by the energy he bring and how he rap. But,
damn, man. I'm glad you got
that's something I could talk about, though. That's something, even in my story in the end when it's all said and done. And everybody who rap, Rome, everybody from the team was like, nigga, it happened to all of us. Cause you know me, I'm looking at like, I know that, but this is the first time this shit happened to me. Like, nigga, I feel the way right now. Y'all niggas done been through it and bounced back 2, 3 triple times. Like, this shit fucked me up but Lord willing, this project was already out and my next project was already done. But shout out to damn Dave, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mav. You know what I'm saying? The OG Mav. And that threw a lot of niggas off too. Not only is he the only feature, but him being on there, niggas like, yo, you got Mav on there. Yeah. But he fucks with me genuinely just from me encountering each other online and him seeing my work ethic. He see like this young boy nice. And I feel like more or less outside of me being nice is the consistency that is gravitating towards a lot of people.
That's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean. And I've always said that your catalog within itself, it speaks for itself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yo, man, give us some personal goals. Give us some musical goals you got for this year.
Keep on killing, keep on cooking, like just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like even me losing my music, it's like it kind of felt like I didn't because it's like even the next day, 2 days after that, I just continued to keep working on music. You know what I'm saying? Like it was still in the back of my head, but it's like, nigga, you can't just let that shit stop. Especially like me when I woke up, I started replaying and reading messages from certain people, text messages and DMs, and it's like, nah, nigga, like you can't. Like as much as you want to, you can't. You know what I'm saying? And my pops looking down, like he's like, nigga, you bugging. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still rapping in 08. My pops died in 08. You know what I'm saying? From cancer and shit.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Appreciate you. The day it's so crazy because he died in Southside Hospital. I went to see him every day. The day I didn't go see him is the day he passed. So that's what really fucked me up. But he was already like I said, it was different with my mom. She ain't really, as I got older, she knew after I graduated that I had to do as a regular kid. She started accepting like, oh, my son rap. But then she started seeing like how people fuck with me. She always knew I was popular, but like when the music started playing the role, she like, oh no, my son, you know what I'm saying, he good. Like, so that motivated me more. Like once it was like a breath of fresh air for me, like, cause that's mama love. You know what I'm saying? Like. She the head honcho, so it's like, all right, once she comfortable with it and she cool with it now I could be more relaxed. It don't matter how old I am, that's still my mom's, you feel what I'm saying? So I still gotta respect that, but like she bigs me up still even to this day, you know what I'm saying? Like she's proud of everything I be doing with it, and she just be like, just keep doing your shit, cause she likes to brag about her son, her oldest, like, this is my son, this what he do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in a newspaper article, Newsday out there last year, she threw that up, and she be online, but she don't really be like, but so like, whenever she shares something with mine, this is my son, I know she proud, I'm making her proud, you know what I'm saying?
Mama Spoda.
Facts.
Salute to Mama Spoda, man. Well, I'm happy, man, for everything that you got lined up for the bringing of this shit. I know you about to come through and smash. I know you got the new projects about to drop.
Right, like, okay, I know you had, so I got this, shout out damn Dave. Before that we had Audio Chucky 2. Shout out to A.C. out in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm about to drop this month, I'm about to drop Soul Food for Thought. Shout out Fremont Beats, he out in Cali. We was working on that for a minute too. Like, I don't want anybody to think, cause a lot of niggas think like, oh, he been working on, like, he just worked on it and put it out. Like, no, these projects, I have a notebook. I put up a couple like reels before where I flip it through. Niggas like, damn, this nigga really working. Like, you see like 6 songs, 7 songs, 5 songs, 10 songs, complete. Niggas like, damn, this nigga working on mad shit. But it's like, I used to try to work on one thing, but it's like I felt like I'd be having myself stuck, and that's how I get writer's block. Cause if I try to sit there and focus on one nigga's beat, everything is a mind thing. So it's like once I be focused on that, it's like I start getting tired of listening to all them beats at that time. I gotta jump outside the box and listen to something else and get a different vibe, different type of feel, different direction to go. So I say that to say that's why I got so much music done, because I was bouncing around with shit. You know what I'm saying? Still keeping it conceptual about certain shit or whatever I had to do, but I didn't just stay one track minded with one nigga. I said, you know what? All these producers is fucking with me. And don't get it twisted, like, I don't rap with every nigga because he rap. I don't rap with every producer because they make beats. Like, you gotta have a genuine build with niggas, you know what I'm saying? Or something you see in them, or they vice versa that you see in yourself type shit. But yeah, I'm about to drop that with Free Mind.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, man, I'm about to get into the visuals heavy. I ain't tripping yet. At this time last year, I was dropping a visual a month, but I'm not tripping yet because me and my mans, we got our shit going on to where once I start shooting, I'm about to just flood. So I'm about to come with the visuals soon, you know what I'm saying, within the next few weeks, and I'm about to just keep pushing, just keep networking, building. Like I said, a lot of people starting to fuck with me more, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't gonna front. I always say shout out to HipHopGems, he's overseas too. It started from my Truth Be Told album. Like, Full Court Press is my trial and error. That's always gonna be like my Reasonable Doubt of the underground, because that's what everybody knows me from.
Everybody started paying attention.
But you know, every project after that is somebody's favorite. So it's like, a lot of people's not all gonna like one. Everybody likes their own shit, but I just see that. It just give me more motivation, you know what I'm saying? And not stop. And just keep going. Like I said, my peers from my conglomerate, the Walkers, they nice, and what they got going on always pushes me, because I'm not where I want to be at. I'm still, like, niggas don't understand, I'm still getting my feet wet. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm 2.5 years into this shit, but it's like, I feel like now, as of the last year, I really started making that transition. I switched gears, and now shit is
big enough.
Right.
Spo, man, I appreciate you sitting with us, brother.
Appreciate you having me.
Give us a gem, my man.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Said a lot.
I've been thinking about this. I knew he's gonna ask me. I'm gonna be real with y'all, yo. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, did it? Only thing I could say, whatever you want to do, whatever you trying to do, whatever you doing, just do that shit. Like, I can't say, yeah, if you do this, because I'm still trial and error learning. Whatever you want to do, just do that shit. But not only that, execute that shit to the max. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn. Mab told me, like, nigga, after a while, when you know you nice and you get your shit up, it's not about earning the respect. You go out, you walk out, step on the street, you snatch that shit from niggas. You know what I'm saying? When you've been doing what you're doing for long enough and you started solidifying yourself, it's not even about wanting that shit no more. You taking it. You know what I'm saying? Let niggas know, like, y'all gonna give it to me, but I'm here, nigga. Like, I'm Long Island. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I'm at, that's what I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? And like,
that shit speaks volumes.
Right.
Confidence speaks volumes.
Just do it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, I mean, cause I don't look at nobody as competition, like, cause I'm confident in myself. I feel like when you confident, you don't need to look at niggas as competition, because when you start thinking about competition, it's like you kind of second guessing yourself. I'm never gonna be like, I don't care if a nigga's nicer than me. I'm nice. I get busy too. You feel what I'm saying? It don't matter how long you've been out, niggas might not know me. Then you can type my name in and show you, and then you be like, all right, now I see why this nigga, cause he been since he was young. I could just tell he transitioned. Like, yeah, I'm confident, so I don't look at niggas as. I got my own shit going on. I got my own shit to build. So like I said, my gym, whatever you do it, execute that shit. Don't let nobody tell you shit, and stay confident. You not confident, it's gonna throw you off.
Absolutely,
gonna
man.
derail you.
On that note, man, we gonna close out. Y'all fuck with my nigga Spo. Y'all go listen to that True to Self.
Yes, sir.
He got a lot of new shit, a lot of fire shit dropping. So man, y'all go check that shit out.